Alrighty. Welcome. Oh, dang it. Welcome back. Wanted to install that. Oh. This is obviously Bodhi Linux, or Bodhi Linux, depending on how you pronounce it. I ran across it a few days ago because I wanted something light and stable on this, well, it's not even a laptop, really. It's a HP Streambook, or Streamer 13. And, well, I actually paid money for that thing about 6 years ago. It was in a pawn shop, and I paid way too much. I didn't want anything too big. Wanted something lightweight. And I got that. But it also had Windows 10 on there. I was planning on English. I was planning on putting Linux on again anyways. But I thought, oh, hey, it's got Windows 10 on there. That thing sucks the resources. This thing must move pretty fast. Well, I got it home. And let's see, what did I do? I brought it home and I set it on my nightstand. And that's where it sat for about a month. I really didn't check it out, I just thought it was cool looking. It was during tax season, got some tax money back, and like I said, a month went by, and I tried. Well, I didn't try. I grabbed it, tried firing it up. Battery was dead. Great. Have to recharge it. So I charged it. Next day I remembered, oh yeah, that's right, I wanted to try out that laptop. Grabbed that sucker, turned it on, got into Windows, set up the, well no, they actually already had an account. So what I did, I set it up. Basically what I did is I went in and changed the name and the password that went to it. And, I went around, didn't really think anything of it. Figured, I'll mess around with Windows for a little bit. About a week later, after I'd set it down, I left it plugged in, and I opened it back up. I've been downloading some stuff, some ISOs on it, doing just regular internet browsing with it. And I thought, you know what? I don't remember what the specs are on this thing. I opened it up. Went into whatever the heck it is that showed the system on there. Okay. Cool. Dual core, 1.6 64-bit processor. No big deal. Or was it 1.8? I'll have to look at it. I can't remember. I went onto Drive C and my jaw dropped. It only had 32 gigabytes of internal storage. I was like, what the F? That can't be right. So I went to the BIOS. Sure is crap. 32 gigabytes internal storage. Now, mind you, it's an MD2 card. Storage card. or, well, anyways, MD2 card, storage, whatever. Anyways, what I didn't realize is that it had a slot for SSD on the side. So you can have it up to like 256 gigabytes that way. But what a roundabout way of doing stuff. And the guy at the shop kind of bamboozled me into thinking it was way better than what it was. Oh yeah, this and that and this. And I know better. I should have just checked everything out when I was there, but you know, me being me, I usually take people's word for it. Now, what the problem was that night is my wife and myself had been going around paying bills, and in between stopping here and there and paying bills, we'd stop at a few pawn shops. And it was about 4:30 when we got home. We stopped at the store, grabbed a few beers, and I was sitting down and drank them. And then she wanted to go over to there's one other pawn shop, because she forgot to look for a certain thing that she wanted. So she drags me along, and that's how I end up getting this laptop. Now, mind you, I was drunk when I got it. And that's the first thing you never do, is go out and buy things when you're really intoxicated. Don't do it. It's not a good thing. But at the time, I thought, hey man, I'm feeling good. Yeah, let's go do this. So get me something. Buyer's remorse. So hence, fast forward, I don't know, X amount of years later, five years later, I guess, maybe 6, 7 years, I don't remember. I've been putting I've had Ubuntu on there, KDE on there, XFCE on there, Twister OS on there, MX Linux on there, Manjaro, Magia, Arch. I installed Arch Vanilla on there once. Now, the desktop environments in that 5 years, excuse me, in that 5-year period, have gotten larger. And I've been running KDE on and off it for last three years on there. Not really having any problems. And I tried GNOME, and I had Mate on there, GNOME and Mate. Because when you try and put KDE and GNOME on the same things, you get some confliction going on in the background, and sometimes it's not very good. Sometimes you don't have a problem. It all depends on what programs you install on which side of it that decide F you and screw the other one out. Anyways, I was on there 2 days ago, just messing around, and then I looked at my RAM usage. And 1.6 gigs. That was with the browser and the file manager open. With GNOME, excuse me. So I got to think to myself, hey, it's time to do it. It's time to downsize. It's time to find one of those nice, light Linux distributions. I thought of Feather Linux, Linux Lite, Puppy Linux. And then, you know what? I'll go grab one of those. So I hop on there. And I'm like, I've had all these before. I've tried them. They're good. They're good, mind you. Every single one of them is really good for their niche cases. Now, Linux Lite, I think personally fit me better. And that's the one I originally was going to go for and was going to put back on there. And Bodhi Linux popped up. I was like, you know what? I've heard of this before, but I've never installed it. I've never used it, and I tried it out, and man, let me tell you, I was taken aback. I am impressed. Now, let's get into this thing. It's got Chromium for a web browser, excuse me. I got a case of dry mouth. Every time I kind of slur my words, it's because my mouth is dry. I have to take these medications for pain and stuff like that, and my mouth is continuously dry now. But anyways, it has Chromium for a web browser, and this is, I just found out, the Enlightenment desktop. But it's not the Enlightenment desktop that people know now. That's E18 or version 18. These guys behind Bodhi Linux tried upgrading to version 18, and they've taken so much of the customization out of it, and they're having back-end issues that it was not going to happen for them. So they downgraded it to E17. Well, basically what they did is they forked E17 and respun it and called it, what did they call it? Oh, jeez, I can't remember now. The Makai desktop? I'm murdering that. I'm sorry, guys. Anyways, it's in here somewhere. And when I see it, I'll point it out. But I wanted to point out the fact that right out of the box, right now I'm in a live environment. On my laptop, when it first fires up, 280 megabytes. Now I got the full version. I got the 1.6 gig version. The app version. They recommend the, oh man. Let's open this up. Let's get out of that real fast. I apologize. Come on now. You can do it. Okay, maybe you can't do it. Wait. Maybe I didn't click on it. There we go. Now, I like this. I mean, I like the borders on it. The bar across the bottom. God, man, for 280 megabytes, man, I'm just blown away. I am. Even Linux Lite does not look this good out of the box. Alright, anyways, you open up Chromium and they have it pointing to a local file, HTML file, called a landing, if you take a look up here. And it has some to-dos for you. what they recommend for you doing, and a brief description. Like right across here, Bodhi is a lightweight Linux distribution that uses the Moksha, or the Moksha. I think it's Moksha window manager. So they call it Moksha. Gives you some tips on connecting to the internet. System updates. I found out that the ISO is kind of old, so that's why they put this in here, is to get everything up to date for you, all the way up to the most recent version for them, because this is an Ubuntu-based distribution. And even they say basically it's Ubuntu with the Enlightenment desktop environment that they fork, even in their own description. So basically, technically, that's just a respin. It's not an actual distribution. And I would like, on that note, I'd like to argue that most of the so-called distributions are just respins, because there's only really a small handful of distributions out there that actually develop their own packages into their distributions. And to me, that defines a distribution. Whereas you call all these other distributions out there are just taking, like, for instance, Ubuntu, they're pulling off Ubuntu and Debian repositories and calling their distribution, calling their respin a distribution. To me, that's not a distribution. That's a respin. You're getting a different coat of paint on the same car. I know there's going to be people out there that are going to disagree with me. That's okay. That's how I just look at it. If you're putting work into it, into the development and the packages, that should be one of the main check marks for a distribution, for an actual distribution, not a respin. But anyways, back to where we're at on here. Like I said, there's a few recommendations that they have right off the bat. Updating it, the network, and this one right here, for all you new users out there. UFW is a firewall. Now, it's built into it, but it's not enabled. If you're security orientated, I would definitely do this if I was you. Primarily because there's a lot of hackers. Now, they're not actually targeting your system. Yeah, sure, they'll get in, get some of your data out of there, and then get a good giggle at some of your nudie pictures or whatever the heck you have on there. But they're primarily in there for your digital presence. They're looking for passwords, or they're looking for accounts. When they get access to those accounts, they're going to go after other people's accounts until they can get into their bank accounts and all that stuff and just rob people blind. So right here, this is one way of you preventing, keeping yourself and other people that you know safe. It's one of the first lines of defense against a would-be hacker. Now, there's some other things I'm going to go into later on, and actually, if you look up Network Chuck, and he has a lot of videos on how to show you how to make your online presence, your fingerprint, almost down to zero. And he's got a good head on his shoulders. That guy knows what he's talking about. Or at least I've never found anything any information that he's misspewed as fact. Any false information, that is. I mean, everything I've tried out on his checks out. So I haven't watched all of his videos, so I don't know 100% for sure. But if you get a chance, look up Network Chuck. definitely highly recommended for me. Alright, let's get back to this distribution here. Enough soapbox talking. Got it. Ah. Alright. Where was I? Oh, Chromium Web Browser, which I thought was kind of a choice. Because personally I would have put Firefox in here. Because I know I've heard it, I haven't checked it out for as a fact that Google maintains that. I'll have to look it up, but don't take that to the bank. But if you need a Chromium browser, I would definitely use Chromium over Google Chrome. It does the same thing, except it's got all the telemetry ripped out of it. As a matter of fact, there's also other browsers out there that are even more secure than this that are based off of this. And, you know, I should actually do a video on that. All the Chromium-based web browsers out there. Alright, moving along now. This is going to be kind of long, sorry. Hopefully you all... Sorry, I got distracted. If you hear the fan down there, that's the fans on my computer. We're dealing with a heat wave, and I almost fried my computer. It was like over 105 degrees back here, and I forgot and left it running. And for some reason, my fans didn't kick up. So I went to the BIOS and turned them on full speed and left them that way. Now I'm not on it all day long, just a few hours at a time, so it's not really going to hurt it. Alright, anyways, back to the system. You got the system down here, power off, reboot, log out. Settings, you got your wallpapers. Now I clicked on that, and that's it. Now you can click on advanced, all desktops, this desktop to screen, picture, color, go up directory, all that good stuff. Now right now it's clicked on personal. You can click on the system, and when I get a chance I will show you where all those wallpapers are. Usually stuck at by default on a Debian based distribution. When I say Debian, I mean all the distros out there that are based off of Debian, the .deb file system or package system, whatever you want to call it. Alright, you go to settings, you got wallpapers, themes. Now this is the cool thing here. I mean, it kind of looks a little old, but some of these still look pretty good. Alright, let's go to like vice versa here. I'm only going to do like 3 or 4 of these. Now see, if you're into like browns and tans, that's not too bad. I mean, look at that. Alright, let's go to... I believe this one is... Yeah, okay. Windows 7. Kind of looks like Windows 7. Definitely has the wallpaper with a little extra doodads in there to kind of call it their own, so they don't get any cease and desist on there. Alright, now for all you pink lovers out there, you got Mocha Pink. Moksha. God, murdering that. Now I like that background. That's a pretty cool background. And you know, I can actually run this background. I mean, I like that mic though. If I got stuck with just beyond this, I'd be okay with it. Alright, let's go up to... let's try Passion. Oh, yeah, this is the kind of the red one. Red thing one. See, it's kind of like early 2000s. A little bit. I mean, it's kind of a little dated, but I'm okay with it. I mean, for 280 megabytes off the bat, I'm okay with it. And my laptop out there has 2 gigs, the 64-bit dual-core processors. So it's like overkill for this distribution. Now they recommend if you're gonna run the 64-bit version, you have a minimum of 1 gig of RAM. 32, 512. Let's go to Blue Electric, and then we'll do Bling, and then we'll call it good. I like the background. The bar is kind of, I don't know, maybe a little, not really my style for that bar there. Alright. For all you Bling lovers, this one's for you. Gold, baby. Gold. Alright, enough of water. Let's get it back to, and I like that effect, the trailing effect. And that actually does it on the actual install too. Back to default, and I have no background. Darn it! I lost that cool background. And picture? Oh. Oh well, at least it's in the live environment. Alright. Anyways, I'm going to go up here to the applications. We'll just run it that way. System tools. You have an update manager, time shift for your backups. The file manager is Thunar. It's a good file manager. I'm not sure what terminology is. I think it has to... I don't know. Your task manager, printers, login window, kernel manager, so you can update and change kernels. It's got HTOP by default. I like that. It's one of the things I install. Alright, now let's go to accessories up here. No. What was I looking for? I was looking for something, but no. Applications. Darn it. Where'd you go? Oh, I wonder if I did something and broke it. Let's go with green. There we go. That's more like what was on there. Alright. Applications, accessories. Yeah, see. Preferences. I got the system tools. Yeah, it's out here. Darn it. Well, I'm going to look for that, and we're going to pause this. That way you don't have to go through this. And we're back. And I found what I was looking for. Alright, you go up here to modules, and this is what I wanted to show you, which kind of impressed me. Now you go to look, Compton mod, load that bad boy up, load this one up, you got some flames there, And you got little Tux right there. Our little favorite penguin. Oh no. It's raining penguins. I thought that was pretty cool. Put another penguin on the Barbie. Alright, you can do rain on there. Oh, this is kind of cool right here. And you can unload them. Heck, you can even make it snow. Put some trees on there. It's Christmas time. Go to the penguins. Rain. Oh. Go to the system. You can load all these modules up. It's CPU, frequency, dbus, mixer, network, utilities, alarm, the backlight, calendar, desktop. Ooh, that I like. I'm gonna load that one up. Yeah. You got your files. See if the desktop icons work. Nope. At least not your standard ones anyways. Let's put the rain back on. It's hot. Wishful thinking. Alright, skip on over to the launcher. Everything started to launch directory. Quick access, spell checker. Load that one up. Check your spelling. And someone like me totally needs that. Oh wow. Yeah. Got all this stuff on there. Alright, that's cool. Now we're gonna go to settings. Shelves. Nope. We call this the shelf, by the way. Where was that? Now I'm gonna go through this again, huh? Presentation. If your screen shuts off, you can click on this and it will never shut off again. You can load that and unload that through your menu here. I think some settings. Advanced. Environment variables. New. I'm clicking on the wrong one. Performance. That's the one I was looking for. There you go. 280 megabytes. And you got your frame rates. You change those to 200. Application priority 19. Allow module load delay. Caches. Edgy cache. I mean, bam, look at all this. Look at all this control you have over there. I mean, even the other distros don't have this stuff. At least not that I'm aware of. They probably have in the repositories and stuff, but let's put it back to 4. Alrighty. You got the update manager, time shift, Thunar, terminology, criminal, HTOP. I've been through this before. Cherry tree, I'm not sure what that is. Leaf pads, a text editor, PyCom, and it's on the tip of my tongue, but I can't remember it. Calculate is, well, that's calculator. That's an archive manager. Additional drivers, Bluetooth adapters, Bluetooth manager, language support, monitor settings. Now, this is not like your regular monitor settings. It's like 1990s monitor settings, honestly, what it looks like. And you got software updates, started applications. Programming was Genie. And let me tell you, that is a good text editor. It also is a programming program. It's very robust. It's an all-around good one. Education there. You got Libre Math. Games. Ooh, Extreme Tux Racer and Frozen Bubble. They don't have Frozen Tux on here. That one's a clone of Mario. Oh well, Tux Racer is a clone of Mario Racing. And the Frozen Tux is a clone of straight up Mario. ePhoto, GIMP, Image Magic, Libre Draw, Chromium Web Browser, Discord. It's got Discord on here by default. I didn't see that before. FileZilla for file transfers, FTP, that kind of stuff. HexChat. This thing's got a lot of good. God, dang it! Got a lot of good programs on here. WLC Media Player. Not a huge fan of it. I mean, it's really good, but I prefer oh geez. No, it's a KDE application. I can't remember. You can put URLs in there, just like VLC and like YouTube, and watch your YouTube videos to that, and there's no ads or anything on it. Your places, home, desktop, BootyFI. Yeah, I wouldn't click on that if I was you. You can mess your entire system up. Quick launcher. Shows all this stuff. Applications, Windows. Oh wow. Just another menu thing. Huh. Okay. But how do you get rid of it? Right there. There we go. And also you can click on the desktop to get it all up. But that is Bodhi Linux. An extremely lightweight distribution that has visual effects that, you know, you can sit there and look at for hours. Honestly, I could. And that's it for this one. We'll see you guys and all that next time. So, if you want, subscribe. Click your notification bell. And have a good one. Have a drink on me. Peace. I'm out of here.